What's going on, everybody? Welcome to The Average Guy's Gourmet. I'm Tony Rican, and today I'm going to do a great little dinner for you guys. I'm going to do a Quinoa Stuffed Poblano Pepper with an awesome little mole sauce. This thing is great, so let's just go and get started and jump right into this one. This is actually a pretty quick and pretty simple recipe. To start, I cooked a half cup of quinoa in about a cup of water. I brought that to a boil, let it cook for about 15 minutes, and then I went ahead and I drained it. Now in that same pot, I went ahead and I cooked that quinoa in. I'm going to take a little bit of oil, line the bottom of that pot, get that heating up, and once it's nice and heated up, I'm going to go ahead and add my garlic into that for a couple of minutes just so it can get nice and fragrant. Now when I said added my garlic, I meant 1 clove's worth of garlic. I apologize for that. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add my quinoa back in. I'm going to add my raisins, my walnuts, half of my queso fresco, half of my chopped cilantro. And I'm going to juice from 1 lime. I'm just going to stir this till it's completely combined, then I'll remove it from the heat. While that's cooking, go ahead and preheat your oven to 475 degrees. Once it's done and you remove it from the heat, go ahead and put it in a bowl and we're ready to move on to our poblano peppers. What I did is I went ahead and cut the stem off already. I'm going to go ahead and halve my poblanos, and then we're going to seed them because that's where the heat comes from and we really don't need them super hot. I'm just going to go ahead and take that quinoa mixture and stuff that right in there. Once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and pop these in the oven for about, say, 10 to 12 minutes until the outside of that pepper is nice and cooked. Now, while those are in the oven, we're going to go ahead and start our sauce. On the stovetop here, I've got a couple of tablespoons of oil heating up. I'm going to add the remainder of my garlic and let that cook for about 30 seconds to a minute. Now, after a minute, that should start to get nice and fragrant. So I'm going to go ahead and add in my vegetable broth, my cumin and chili powder, my tomato paste, and my chocolate. I'm going to mix this together until it's completely combined, and then let it go for a few more minutes so it can start to thicken up. So, once my sauce was done cooking, my poblanos were ready. I pulled them out of the oven, I went ahead, took that mole, and just poured it over the top of those poblanos. Then I add a little bit of cream and top the whole thing off with a little bit of chopped cilantro. Now take a look at this and tell me, this doesn't look simply amazing. I mean, you could have this with your favorite side, but let's be honest, it doesn't need a side. This is a great, epic meal all on its own. But you know what? Let's just go ahead and dig in and give it a try. That combination of flavors is simply incredible. You guys will love this one. So go ahead and like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys next time.